Now, how are you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
Yeah, good. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Baseball, and you follow the game pretty heavily? You enjoy the game? I mean, other
Too
than
early.
work?
It's way too early. It's hockey season.
Yeah.
It is a long, I mean, baseball is, I always say that mentally, you really have to be with it to last in baseball because it's a long season, man. You know, like, you got to be with it in July and everything like that, you know. It's,
Yeah.
And right through
We start in February.
you start in February, right through the end, and there's distractions. You got money, you got broads, you got everything.
Well, tell me about it.
How many different teams did you play for?
I played for 6.
6 teams. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of jerseys in the house.
Right.
How many years was that?
It was over 12 years.
Now, what team were you with the longest?
Oh, man. I think I was with Tampa Bay and New York the same. I think 3-3.
Yeah, Tampa. Now, did you have a
I
favorite?
was always that slappy to get traded, you know?
Did you have a favorite city to play in that you enjoyed?
You know what? I really enjoyed New York, but
Yeah.
Chicago's definitely second.
Yeah, Chicago was a great town, huh?
Yeah, it was a good town.
Now, you played for the Cubs. And,
Very, very briefly.
What did you live in Chicago, close to the stadium? Did you do that kind of deal?
Yeah, actually, I stayed in the hotel.
Oh, you
I
did?
wasn't going to be there that long.
That's great, though. What a life! You're
Yeah.
young. You're playing for the Cubs, right? You stayed in a hotel, and was it walkable? Was Wrigley walkable?
No.
Oh.
I stayed down in the city in the hotel and took a cab every day.
Oh, you
It was
did?
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wasn't too bad.
Well, what do you think about the Cubs right now and Theo Epstein? And I think I mean, again, like the Knicks are doing it with Phil Jackson in basketball. You can't give a guy all that money. I understand there's importance, but he doesn't put a uniform on. He doesn't manage. He doesn't play. Don't you think that's overpaying a guy, Theo Epstein? Or am I wrong? Is that going to play out?
No, I don't think it's going to play out. But, hey, good for him. He got it. You
He
know?
did. But, I mean, so you agree it's a waste of money, right?
I mean, I think they deserve to get some money, but like you said, they're not throwing any sliders on the block or hitting any sliders on the block. that's for sure.
Exactly. And they're not even coaching on any level or managing.
No. Hopefully they can put some good people out there, and it doesn't seem like that's happening in Chicago.
It doesn't. I mean, how long has he been there now, Theo?
I think this is only his 3rd year.
It's his 3rd out of what did he sign? 5 years? I don't know. Something better start happening.
Yeah.
Was it more pressure to play in Chicago or New York? Was New York the most pressure you had?
Yeah, well, Chicago, I was happy to have a uniform on, so definitely New York.
Yeah. I hear you.
Chicago, like the guy said my name there, that's the way they said it in Chicago over the loudspeaker, Harry Carey.
Oh, really? Hey, here comes Tanyon Sturtze.
Hey, Tanyon, how do you feel about the criticism of Joe Torre that he mismanaged your bullpen in New York?
Listen, I get that question a lot, and it's just so difficult to say because if he didn't pitch us and we lost, then they would be talking about something else. So it was always something with the New York media on pitching too much or not pitching that day. Listen, if you don't win in New York, it's game over anyway.
You're right.
But how do you feel?
Pitch.
But how do you feel your body fared? Do you feel like your body made it out of that the way you wanted it to, or did he beat you down?
I don't think he beat me down. I think I beat myself down.
Yeah.
I always had the option to say no.
Yeah.
And so I was never going to say no. But,
Right.
I mean.
But he knew that.
Yeah.
And, took advantage in a way.
The game's different now.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I couldn't play any longer is because of the changes that we all made. So, there's some things that people can't take and can't take anymore to be able to get out of the game.
Here's a guy who's lucky to have a jersey on. Tanyon Sturtze. Coming at you, Tanyon Sturtze. Japanese fella. We're welcoming him here on Rush Street. It's Tanyon Sturtze. What's it like coming over from another country? I'll tell you. Let's have a couple of pops with this kid after the game. Did you get to hang with Harry Carey at all?
No.
That would have been fun. What do you think? What do you think about baseball in general nowadays with the steroid situation? Do you think a guy like A-Rod or Roger Clemens, do you think these guys should ever see the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, of course I do.
You do, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because, I mean, it's
Well,
just...
I don't think that anything that they took made them the players that they were.
Yeah.
You know,
But does
might
that...
have made it go a little bit further, or you know, made them throw a couple miles an hour harder or something. But you know, they still were the best players in the game.
Like Barry Bonds would have been. But, you know, I mean, I think it made them somewhat better. May have got them one more title here and there, one more Cy Young, one more home run. That could have meant the difference. So you don't care anything about, like, the role model thing, the cheating thing. It doesn't... that doesn't register for you. They should be in the Hall of Fame anyway.
Yeah, I think they should be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a good... I mean, listen, a lot of people don't have a definite opinion about it. It's good that you do.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Listen, you know, I played during that time, and it's not like they were the only ones doing it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, listen, there was other guys doing it that we don't even know their names.
Right, well, that's what I mean. So you're saying in this era where that was the norm, they excelled more than anyone. So what the hell?
They were the most dominant players of the time.
Right.
Hey, based on what you've seen from Tanaka, is he legit, even small sample size?
I mean, it's tough to say yet, but I mean, look at the strikeouts he's doing, and
Yeah.
you know, but we're not in Japan, that's for sure. I think he's finding that out.
As a
way
pitcher, when you look at the way he's fared in the 2 games he's pitched, I mean, he's getting shellacked early on, first 2 innings, and then it seems like he settles down. I think his ERA from inning 3 on is 0.0, right?
Yeah.
How does that work as a pitcher? Is there something to that?
Well, maybe he's just a little nervous right now. You know, we'll see in the middle of the season when he gets some more starts under his belt.
Right.
You know, you give him all that kind of money and come over. I don't care how many games he's pitched. There's still, you know, there's still a little pressure. He's still nervous.
You ain't in Taiwan, fella. That's right. This is America. 244 million. Give me that money. I'll pitch. Let's for keep these
right?
for.
I go back and pitch.
Yeah. Give the money to Tanyon Sturtze. He'll go back. It is the salary's exploding and
Crazy.
Yeah,
They're giving it away.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. Baseball, 162 games. A lot of these games are sold out. These new stadiums are places. Everyone says baseball's, you know, too slow paced for the new generation. I don't see that happening. People are making more money with baseball than anything.
Yeah, they're not paying them like that's happening, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, I mean, these guys are halfway decent guys. You know,
big money.
Right, a second baseman of which 275 is making $10 million a year.
Yeah.
275.
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, they just keep firing at people in this sport.
Yeah.
Now.
Right.
Have you ever seen anything like this Solarte guy just showing up? He wasn't even invited to spring training initially, right?
Kind of odd.
How did this? Have you seen anything like this? And is this just him playing out of his skull right now, and it'll all even out?
Well, I always tell everybody, at the beginning of the baseball season, I always bet the young teams.
Right.
And I always bet the new guys. Because nobody has any film, and nobody knows anything about anybody's swing or anybody's holes or how anybody pitches.
They're young, so what you saying? The young, which means they have stamina, and no one's figured them out yet. So that's the best guys to bet on.
No video on anybody yet. So, you know, once that goes around, we'll see what happens after that.
You're right. If you think back, even like Dwight Gooden's second year, going back that far, he didn't have as good a year because they saw him already.
Yeah, you know, you don't think that you do, but you go into certain pitches during certain counts. You go to your favorite spots, and you know they start to learn that, and then things get a little more difficult. You got to make some changes.
I mean, in every single example in big time, you know, showbiz or sports, if someone makes a mistake first go around, they figure it out and don't make the mistake the second time go around, except for our announcer, Mike Boschetti, who continues to mispronounce names, even when he's given a second chance. I mean, terrible. Where are you from, Tanyon?
I'm originally from Worcester, Mass.
Yeah, I was going to say, I detect the Boston thing
Yeah.
there. You grew up a Red Sox fan?
I did. I did grow up a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
And then I put the pinstripes on, and half my family still doesn't talk to me.
I was going to say, what was that like?
It wasn't good. They still don't like me up there.
Were they hardcore with it?
Some of them were very hardcore, yeah. And then a lot of my friends were, I couldn't believe it.
No. Really?
Yeah, it was really strange.
What years were you a Yankee?
I was a Yankee 2004, 5, and 6.
Oh, so my God! So you were there the year the Sox won it all.
Yeah, it was gross.
Did your friends just call you up busting your chops?
I had to turn my phone off for like 3 months after the season ended.
I mean, because if you think back to how I was just watching on the MLB Network, exactly how the Sox beat us, and I say us, I'm a Yankee fan, in that playoff series. I mean, we were up 3-0 down to the last out, and came back, and they were just all over you, huh?
Was not good.
I
pitched the clinching game in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Before Mariano, and I stayed upstairs and put ice on, and then waited for everyone to come up to celebrate. So Jorge and Jeter yelled at me that I wasn't on the field.
Oh, really?
So Game 4 and Game 5, I pitched in Boston before Mariano, so I went back down in the dugout, and we lost both games.
Oh,
man, I got to be the biggest jinx ever.
What does Jeter say to you when he yells at you like that? You don't picture Jeter doing that. What does he say?
Oh, he just came in. He goes, "Where were you?" And I said, I was up here at ice. And I had never been to that situation. I was in Tampa. We lost 100 and something games every year.
Yeah. You pulled a Keith Hernandez.
You just stayed upstairs and waited for him to come up and pop some champagne.
You pulled a Keith Hernandez in '86. Remember, he went and had a beer.
Yeah, right.
That's hilarious.
I had no idea.
Oh my God.
Hey, when you got in the fights in Boston, do you think a lot of that was based on your history? Like, do you think you would have gotten in there and gotten bloodied up if you weren't from Boston to begin with?
No, they were doing a pretty good job on A-Rod underneath there, so I think he needed all the help he could get.
That's right. Now, have you ever met
A-Rod got stuck on the bottom, and it's not a good place.
Have you ever met
You guys all know baseball fights aren't very big fights. I mean, it's not like a fight to like WWE.
They don't look good. You're right. They don't look good fighting baseball players.
But when you get on the bottom, there's a lot of bad things that happen down there. A lot of stepping on the hands and a lot of not very good.
Defending A-Rod.
Have you ever met a bigger jerk off than A-Rod?
He's a different person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He just seems like such a jerk off. Like, it seems like you guys would be punching him in the bottom of the pile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but put that same uniform on, it makes it kind of hard.
I know. Did him and Jeter hate each other?
I'm not really sure on that whole situation. I know that was always the big talk in New York.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like nobody seems to like this guy.
I just think that's the way he comes off. I don't think he's really, to me, not a bad guy. Obviously, because I know him, but I can see how people outside of people that know him, they say that kind of stuff.
So your experience with him, head on, is he's a nice guy. He's a friend.
I wouldn't quite throw the friend word out there.
All right. Yeah. You wouldn't leave a broad along?
I wouldn't say he's a jerk off. I would say he's not as bad as everyone says he is, but I wouldn't quite go as far as the friend word.
Okay. All right. I hear you. I'll read between the lines, then.
Yeah.
Tanya, did you see Josh Hamilton's out, and I think he has to have surgery. I don't know if you...
Yeah. I think I just put it across the ticker that he tore it, ligament or something.
Yeah, he tore his ulnar collateral ligament. I had that same thing, and they're saying 6 to 8 weeks for that. It's not 6 to 8 weeks, man.
No way, right?
If he has surgery for that thing, he's out.
No kidding.
You think for the full year?
Oh, well, until real late. I mean, they have to reattach that thing.
Right.
I mean,
and then be able to squeeze a bat, right?
Well, that's the thing. When you tear that ulnar collateral ligament, it's like your thumb's just hanging off your hand. When you try to grip something, it just doesn't grip.
Yeah.
So they have to tack that back in there.
Not good for him.
Then you're in a cast that's holding it there for probably, 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. And then you can't just come out of that and play baseball.
No way. He's going to have a lot of rehab.
Oh, it's going to be a big time. But the fact is, he did it sliding into first base.
I never get that.
Yeah. What?
I know that's dumb.
What?
Never get that.
That's dumb.
What do you
It's not
tell
like
him?
he has to do it. I mean, everyone knows who he is. It's not like he's some 20-year-old kid trying to make the team.
Is he trying to redeem himself? Is he trying to justify $125 million?
No,
You don't think
Can't
so?
do it
No
that
way.
Well,
way.
last
He was
year,
just looking to try to
everyone's
get
saying
ahead.
last year he tanked because they paid him so much. Now this year he's having a better season. I just felt like maybe he's trying to prove that he deserves
I don't
the
know
money.
about that. That's a tough call. That's a
Yeah,
tough
no, I don't know about that. I think he was just trying to leg out a hit, and like I said, I just don't ever see why people go head first, especially into first.
Especially at the first base, because
That
you're
is
risking
weird,
you're
man.
risking a lot of money. You are. You absolutely.
And it's a shame because it looks like I think Pujols hit a couple home runs today, so it looks like that lineup's getting a little
They're
a
getting
little hot early, and to have him in it would be huge.
You like any teams? You got any predictions? You really think?
Way too early.
Yeah, it's way too early, right?
Way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What when you played? Was there someone that you couldn't just face? Was there a nemesis you had that you couldn't stand that just got to you?
Before I got to New York, it was Manny.
Yeah.
He owned me when I was in Tampa.
He owned everybody. I mean, because
And then I
you know,
just drilled him a few times when I was in the pinstripes, so
good for you.
I kind of got the plate back a little bit, but
Good.
before that. But overall, it was Edgar Martinez. I could never get out.
Really. He was tough, man. He was tough. Best DH ever, I think.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Pure DH.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's two guys that listen. If you get those guys are beating you, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Interesting. But wow, I didn't realize. Yeah, you being from Boston and you went to the Yanks the year the Sox
Yeah, not
break
good.
the curse.
I still haven't talked to my father since 2005.
Wow.
He hasn't talked to me.
I'm telling Tanyon Sturtze. He doesn't talk to you.
Season tickets at Pesky-Pole, he still won't speak to me.
Does he really have season tickets?
Yeah, season tickets down at Pesky-Pole.
At the
He's like,
Pesky-Pole.
I'm not talking to that kid anymore.
The hell with him.
Yeah.
Don't come over on
He's
Christmas.
old enough.
That's funny. That's hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he never won anything for us either, Pop. Listen, Mr. Staskahana. He never won anything here. That's for GD, sure. Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on, brother. You're a lot of fun. Come back again.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You got to come into the studio. Where are you right now?
I'm actually in Delray Beach, Florida.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, I like the heat.
Yeah, stay down there.
Yeah. Not until it gets a little bit warmer, I'll come up, but not until then.
What do you got going on then? Are you married? What are you doing?
I am. I'm married. I got a baby.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Not bad.
Yeah, good. Well, you're living a life you should live. Enjoy yourself. And
Thank you. I
if you're ever
appreciate
up here, come by. And of course, Mike, who was our guest? Say it. You know his name. Mike, if
First
you
of
don't know
all,
his
he's
name.
cool 'cause he's
Oh
from-
God!
from Massachusetts.
If you
I
don't
like-
know his name now, Mike,
No,
really,
he's
you
very
did-
nice. This is a great interview, buddy. You
you may
nice,
have. You don't know
cool
his
guy.
name, do you?
No, I'm gonna try it. Please don't hang me if you come here. Tanyon Sturtze.
There you go.
You know what? You think he's kidding, Tanyon, but he's not. He's retarded.
No, I'm not retarded, Art. Believe me. Don't give me
Mike,
that rap.
what is the matter with you?
Nothing's the matter
This
with
is
me.
embarrassing. This
I'm
is
not,
so
I'm not retarded.
embarrassing.
Number one, I'm not. Don't please. People give me enough problems in life.
All right, you're not retarded, but what are you? You stupid?
I'm not stupid either. Art. People underestimate me. Don't please.
Well, Mike, what are you doing? say the
okay,
name properly.
Tanyon Sturtze. Okay, Tanyon. You know what?
3 for $1.
Okay, Tanyon is
You
your
got
first
this.
name.
You got
Thank
this,
you,
Mike.
buddy. I can't get this. I don't know.
You can
I'm
do
sorry.
it. You can do it. Just read it fast. Let's go. Boom.
Tanyon. Okay,
Listen, I'm busting chops. You're not stupid. I'm kidding around. Well, men call each other stuff like that.
Yeah, don't get your
but
feelings
you
all
should.
hurt.
You should have. I mean, you're the announcer. You
Just
should
messing
know.
with you.
I tried to find it phonetically. I always do that on
Just read it real
Wikipedia.
fast. Just like it's
Okay.
water.
All right, Tanyon Sturtze.
Forget about the E, the CZ. Forget about the French stuff.
Okay.
Just say it like it's an American name.
Tanyon. Okay, it's not Stewie, like Family Guy. Sorry.
I've said it 15 times.
Tanyon Sturtze.
Hey,
Tanyon Sturtze, Tanyon Sturtze, thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Tanyon. I'm
We
so
love
sorry,
you.
buddy.
Take care.
I'm deeply apologize.
All right, what's his name? I just said it. I just said it.
Tanyon Sturtze. That's what you just said. That's
No,
what
I
heard.
didn't.
That's what my hearing heard. I don't know. Can you repeat it again? I'll
Fantasy baseball fan. On opening day, DraftKings.com awarded over $500,000 in cash prize. $500,000. And there's way more to come. You got to check out DraftKings.com. DraftKings, just watching their favorite sport can make you a fantasy football legend. That's right. Our listeners have won hundreds, thousands, even $1 million. A guy named Sam won $100,000 day one. Day one. It's easy. Just pick a team in minutes. Any sports fan can do this. Right now, you can play for free to win real cash. Enter Artie, A-R-T-I-E, today at DraftKings.com and get free entry into another huge contest. They're awarding over $400,000 in cash prizes. $400,000. Free spots are going quick, so enter Artie, A-R-T-I-E, now at DraftKings.com, DraftKings.com. Mike, one more chance?
The big T.
Tanyon Sturtze, back in.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.